Hey guys, I'm Sam Brenner. Today I have a Q&A. Number 1. Restarted. Yeah. Hashtag Cuber favorite non-rock song, and who is your favorite Asian Cuber? Favorite non-rock song. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge fan of rock and metal. They're some of my two of my favorite genres of music. I do like jazz and blues a little bit. I don't know. I like Johnny B. Good. That's kind of like a bluesy kind of song by Chuck Berry. If you don't know what that is from, if you've seen Back to the Future, you know what it is. I mean, it's a great song. It's more like bluesy. It's just another one of my favorite songs. I know how to play the intro on the guitar. And then who's my favorite Asian Cuber? Probably that Korean guy. That like ASR holder for like 3x3, like second in the world. 3x3 ASR average holder. He's kind of an inspiration to me in terms of speed. The guy's fast. He turns fast. His turn speed is incredible. KSM Cubed asks, which Cuber would you say is your spirit animal? Not really too sure. I'm not sure. I'll have to get back to you on that one. This will take maybe some more deep contemplation in my private philosophy room, because I'm a philosopher. So yeah, sorry, I'll have an answer for you hopefully by the next Q&A. But yeah, I need some time to philosophize. JP Noon asks, if the only puzzle you could ever own / use was a clock, would you get fast and compete in it, or would you stop cubing? Well, here's a little thing for you. If I can only solve clock, and that's a cylindrical shaped puzzle, it wouldn't be cubing, so it wouldn't really matter anyway. But to take your question seriously, I'd get fast at it. It's not, from what I've heard, it's not that hard. So I'd probably give it a shot, see how it went. And yeah, the Dabist Scuber asks, how long did it take you to get sub 10 from being sub 15? I'd say, and I was sub 15 around summer of 2014. It's probably just about a year. But it takes some practice. I would say it definitely takes some practice to put in. Daniel Rose Levine asks, what's your main and backup guitar? So this is my main guitar. It's a Fender Squire. It's a Stratocaster, but it's a Squire. It's the model. It's really good. I got this in 2014, but that was really good. And then I guess as my backup guitar, I just have this acoustic that I never really use. This isn't even a tune. That just shows how much I never use it. 321 Cube asks, is it bad that I don't put a question mark on questions like these? I can't answer that because that's a statement. But seriously, since it was intentional, it's all good fun. So it doesn't bother me that much. ElectroZZ Cuber asks, who's your best cubing friend? Again, this is something, I got the notification for this and I saw it and I'm like, okay, I want to start thinking about that now. So I have something to say for this video. I've got to say, over time, I've had many cubing friends. I still have a lot. But in the start, I really didn't know anyone. I had a friend at school who cubed. He stopped cubing. If he still cubed, he'd probably be one of my closest, what am I doing? If he still cubed, he'd probably be one of my closest cubing friends. But that's moved. My cubing friends have moved online pretty much, except for sometimes I see them in comp. I'd say my best cubing friend is probably Ava. You're just a nice person to hang out with online and IRL. But I mean, I think one of the real things comes through team blinding. That bonds people, like through friendship. But I mean, I also have those same types of bonds with other friends, other cubing friends. But I'd probably say Ava is, or hashtag Cuber, is probably my best cubing friend at the moment that could be taken. TNGP, who happens to be a school friend by the way, asks, why are you so good at cubing? And I'll tell you, it's because of practice for the past 2.5 years, pretty much, a little over 2.5 years. Thought Cube Cubing asks, what's your favorite competition that you've ever been to? I have my own kind of set standards that I want for a competition. If they meet those, then it's a decent competition. The one competition that kind of went above my expectations, not only with the competing aspect, but also like the social and atmospheric aspect, was definitely GCC Fall 2014. Relative to now, my performance was not too good. Back then, it was awesome performance. I got like comp PBs in practically every event. I got an overall PB in OH. and the place where they had it was just absolutely amazing. It was like all natural lighting. For lunch they had like a make your own burrito, whatever, wrap thing. It was like awesome. They had cookies too. Hebs Cody asks, do you think Derpy likes Ava? Absolutely. Maybe. Ashar Virani asks, when you practice, do you just do a bunch of solves or do you use other techniques? This is actually a very good question. I am glad someone asked a question like this. Thank you for asking this question. Most of the time I just do a bunch of solves. When warming up, I usually take that time to focus on my technique because it allows me to focus while my hands are slow on what I'm doing, say wrong, for lack of a better word, just not efficiently. A thing I like to do a lot is LSLL, last slot, last layer, because that works. You look ahead from your last slot into your last layer, and I like to do that really without any inspection. Just think in a solve, you're not going to have 15 seconds between your third and fourth pair, so I like to limit inspection, and it just creates kind of an idealistic situation where I know what my fourth pair is. So it's just a good practice for look ahead. I also like 2-gen practices. That's kind of also a good way to be able to work on your TPS and your look ahead a little bit. It's actually really easy to look ahead with 2-gen, believe it or not. Lumeniere, if I said that right, I tried to say that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. If you could add any event which to the WCA, which was a combination of 2 existing events, what would it be? I don't know. I don't want to say something stupid like 2x2 OH. I don't know. Maybe adding kind of like 4x4 multi-blind, and then maybe of course expanding into 6 and 7 blind maybe as well, instead of big cube, like 4x4 multi-blind. That'd actually be pretty interesting because there are some really good people at those, as some of you guys may know. Nedj Ian Kerman, sorry if I said that wrong. Do you like Megwings? It's actually a pretty good event. Mutassim Al-Farabi asks, how long have you been cubing? About 2.5 years, a little more. Daniel Rose Levine asks, what's your favorite inappropriate question? I don't know, I don't want to say it on here, but come meet me in the dark alley, and I'll tell you. You know which dark alley I'm talking about. Cubing Universe has a bunch of questions, so that's really cool. What do you average on Megaminx? About 140. What's your favorite event? 3x3. Do you think I'll ever be faster than you at 2x2? Probably, if I stop practicing. I mean, once junior year starts for high school, I'm probably not going to get as much time to practice, because that's when teachers start going harder on you. Do you plan to go to college? Yes. What other hobbies do you have other than cubing and guitar? If you guys saw my martial arts video that just went up, I am huge into martial arts. I love martial arts and Kempo Karate. I actually just started a new Chinese staff form today, so that was pretty interesting. I also love filmmaking. Favorite YouTube cuber? Probably, this sounds really generic, but I'd actually say Sayo the King. Really any one of the YouTube cubers who are into videography. Favorite YouTube cuber with under 1k subs? Oof, probably KSN Cube. He's a good friend of mine, produces good content, but I'd also have you right up there, Cubing Universe, because actually you come out with great content pretty regularly. Pizza or monkey bandana the other day, and I have to go back in the... Dude, you're on the wrong stuff. Come to my alley. I'll show you what's up. What's your favorite TV show? Doctor Who, by far. What is your IQ? Somewhere in the thousands. I haven't checked in a while, but yeah, somewhere in the thousands. Check. Without checking how many questions I asked you so far. 7. Do you have any pets? Yes, I have a cat named Toonsis. She's pretty cute. Do you think I will get a sub-6 4x4x6 average at Lexington? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. How old would you be if you were born 48 years before 1772 on June 8th? How old would I be now? 48 years before 1772, I'll be 17, 26, can't add 17, 24. That's a long time, Jesus Christ. I'm not 42, I'm not 42, I'm trying to say Jeez, how are we doing? 1704, 200, 276, plus 16, 292, June 8th, that was 40. This would be like, I don't know, sorry, that was 6 days. It was like 292 years, 6 days? 292 years, 6 days, that seems about right. And last but not least, do you like answering these questions from Cubing Universe? Yes, thanks so much, Ben. Andrew Artanian asks, when's the next TFG video coming out? Again, that's the film, guys. Links down in the description. Please check them out. I'm part of it, so obviously it's awesome. It'll probably be coming out at the end of this month, whenever we get the music finished up. 321Cube asks, have I asked too many questions? No. Each Moss 36506 or however you pronounce it. Which Film Guys video is your favorite? Mine is Groundhog Day, Time Travel Watch 2. The funniest part is when you drop the Rubik's Cubes and Andrew trips. Yeah, that part was kind of funny. I gotta say my favorite Film Guys video, probably the one we're coming out with right now, so stay excited for that. I'll probably gonna have a trailer on my channel because it is pretty good. It was filmed with this DSLR, and we put a lot of time into it. There's a lot of frames that have been carefully edited, and I guess you'll see. Still doesn't look pro, you know, like Hollywood, whatever, but definitely best for us. If you had the power to press one button, and when you press it, you get every single Speed Cube Twisty puzzle, and you have 24 hours to solve them, and you only get to keep the ones you solve. How many cubes do you think you would keep, and where are the few ones you would solve so you can keep them? In total, depends on what kind of cubes there are. I'd probably be able to keep at least half. If we're just talking about WCA, maybe even more than half. If we get into some non-WCA shapeshifters, I don't know how to solve all those, so good luck with me trying to do that. Hopefully there's a 13 by 13 in there. TechnoCuber asks, what's your least favorite puzzle and what do you average in it or on it? Least favorite? Definitely has to be square one in terms of WCA. And yeah, that I actually have. It would be square one, and I average like 30. It's so stupid. What was your first Speed Cube? So it's actually this, the Fengshi Shuangren version 1. Yeah, this is like completely gummed up. I used this at my very first competition. Stickers have seen better days. William Bowen asks, can you do some 2x2 walkthrough solves? If you can, do some more 3x3. If you can, 2x2 I'll see. It might be kind of like Chris Olsen style. Kind of like film some solves and walk through, because I feel like just doing normal walkthroughs is kind of boring. DJ Cube asks, how do you lube your cubes? Usually I just put more lube in them. I'm not a huge luber of cubes. Usually 3x3 I'll just pretty much use Crazy Bad Cuber's way of his lubing the Xanchi. I just kind of put lube on the washers and screws of the centerpiece and do that for all 6 sides of the core essentially. Lube the pieces with weight 5 sometimes, little Maru. Sometimes I'll use some sort of Cubicle Speedy or the Cube Depot Slick Lube, whatever I have that's more of like a speedy kind of lubricant other than Marlube. But just pretty much it. Bigger cubes, sometimes I'll use a little Lubrical Speedy or Cube Depot Slick Lube and some Marlube, but other than that I really don't lube the cores of the cubes, especially for even later cubes. It's just kind of pointless. It's 9 plus 10. And you got me on that one. I don't know. Edward Laxon, I see you have some guitars behind you. Why, yes I do. How long have you been playing? I've been playing for about 3 years. And can you play something? So at the time of recording this video, I did record a little solo for you guys that ended up being a little over 6 minutes long, so it would have made this whole video a little bit longer. So I cut that out, and instead, Edward, I'm going to do a cover of a song, and you'll see what that is pretty soon, and I hope that covers your question. No pun intended. Actually, yes, pun intended. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Sorry it was kind of long. I wanted to get through as many questions as I could. There are more questions added after I filmed this, but I'll just answer those in the next Q&A. You can check out my new Instagram down in there's a link in the description. So go check out my new Instagram and follow if you want to. Oh yeah, by the way, make sure to leave your questions down in the comment section below for the next Q&A if you want another Q&A.